difficulties due to the Wi-Fi connection back here, but we are. Anyway, so we're gonna discuss the topics that you see on your screen if you're on Facebook Live. The first topic we're going to discuss is the New England Patriots owner Robert Kraft. I'm not a football fan at all, but
I didn't even know he was.
But I know about tricking and
Robert Kraft.
We know about tricking
and all that. So Robert Kraft, owner of New England Patriots, was caught in a massage parlor down in Florida. I don't remember which.
Florida parlor.
So somewhere in Florida. Okay. I got real mad when I was watching the NFL Network at ESPN when they was like they're going to decide what they're going to do. First of all, he's the owner. It's his freaking team. Second of all, if this man want to get somebody to suck his penis, that's his business. I mean, how many of the NFL y'all allow drug addicts, all type of people?
That's the one.
Who is Pinky?
That's Pinky.
Why Pinky?
Oh, Pinky.
I don't understand.
Word I say hi.
I mean, look.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I don't see it. Prostitution is legal in Nevada, Las Vegas. What's the problem? And then
first of all, I'm sorry to cut you off, but prostitution is not legal in Las Vegas. It's legal in certain counties in Nevada, but only about 7.
All right.
So go ahead.
But anyway, certain counties he could win. I think whatever you do behind your closed doors is not a problem. Right? He didn't beat his wife. He didn't have sex with a child. Whatever. He was getting his dingling. He was getting service.
Did you just say dingling like it was 85?
He was getting service. So I don't think it's a problem with it. I don't understand why all these other men. It wasn't him by himself. It was a sting. All these other men were there too because he was Robert Kraft. They had to blast his pay. They issued an arrest warrant for misdemeanor solicitation of sex.
They do it to the blacks. Fuck Robert.
Okay. I mean, it was.
They issue misdemeanors. They make it public. No, let Chris Brown blink at somebody and say,
what I'm saying is, I don't think whatever you do behind closed doors, I don't think you should be getting arrested.
But I feel like, okay, we're not discussing Chris Brown. We're discussing Robert Kraft.
No, what I'm saying is when Chris Brown ever makes the news, like Krista was going to. Robert Kraft shouldn't be making the news because it was prostitution and he ain't hurt nobody. But when black people make the news, when black people do the slightest thing, we make
come to Facebook Live, Beanie. I gotta go.
We make news. We make the news. We make headlines for doing some of the dumbest shit. So Robert gotta get his turn in front of the camera. Personally, I don't see anything wrong with prostitution. It's the world's oldest profession. You're selling your own body. You're making a conscious decision to sell your own body, and if you're buying it, all right.
Okay, my take on it is the same as yours. Like tricking ain't hurting nobody. The trick getting paid and the John is getting serviced. So if he wants to go out and buy from twat, let that man do him.
Do you have any comments on anybody saying anything about?
No, you can go to yours. I just need to read the comments.
No, but they talking about making him sell the team and
I saw that.
I'm like, come on, he got some ass. Like
how many other owners are doing the same thing that ain't got caught?
All of them.
He been doing this for. He just won the Super Bowl.
Come on, man. Okay, let's be honest. It is a massage parlor full of Asians with food on the back steps and them cooking and shit on the back and all that.
And who was the snitch? Who was the snitch?
Here's my question.
Probably got mad because they didn't get why
they didn't get a happy
exactly. Why you get mad and go?
But here's my question: who would even know that this goes on in
that place? Exactly. So that's why I say it had to be somebody that went there before.
I'm saying that to say Robert knew the place, so Robert been there lots of times.
That's why I say let
that man be great.
What is it? What did he do that got pissed y'all off? Did he agree with Colin Kaepernick's
right? Was he trying to hire
exactly? Like what is it that he helped? He helped Meek Mill. He was a spokesperson for when Meek Mill was behind bars and helping. He flew Meek Mill out to jail on his private.
I think he's doing too much for the niggas, so he mad.
Yeah, so y'all was gonna get him some kind of way. That he won that goddamn Super Bowl again. I didn't want New England to win again, but I don't care. He's sucking his penis.
I didn't have an opinion about that.
I don't care.
Okay, our next person we're gonna discuss tonight is Ara Kelly. So, as you all know, R. Kelly was arrested coincidentally on the same day as Robert Kraft, but R. Kelly was picked up and arrested for several counts of child pornography, sex with a child, this, that, and the third, so many things. But
is that it? Before he filed?
No, but he's apparently he got his bond paid today. but he is so far behind in child support arrearages that he still can't get out. A friend paid his bond, even though they said it was so many women out here that's so in love and so obsessed with R. Kelly, they were willing to start a GoFundMe or put.
Who the hell was going to that bullshit? Ain't nobody to see. You nobody to be on. I gave Robert $2.
I'm not participating in that GoFundMe.
Just because they were smarter, just because these bitches came up with a GoFundMe to get Bay out of jail, that deserved 8 quarters.
No.
They got 8 of my quarters.
No, I wouldn't have.
Okay.
I can't believe that.
Okay, so women were willing to start a GoFundMe to pay his bond. A friend paid Robert's bond, and he was supposed to get out on Wednesday, but now they're holding him because he owes, again, over $160,000 in child support, and other reports. Other reports were saying he don't have money. He didn't even have the money to post his own bond.
Yeah,
because he been tricking.
Because his bond was only $100,000.
He been paying off so many lawsuits over all these years.
He been paying bitches
And settlements.
He been paying families.
Yeah, exactly.
You know how expensive it would have to be to keep a pedophile under wraps for over 25
And
years
then
functioning
he
pedophile.
had to pay off his
Hey,
staff too,
Cooley,
'cause they
I
was
finally
helping
got
him.
my little
Girl.
thing.
He had to pay off the staff that was helping
Mike.
him along because they probably was black.
He had to pay off gang members
Hush
too.
money.
And he had to pay off the people that
police.
was beating these people up and threatening them.
That's terrible.
And you know the gangs want their money off the top. They like IRS, girl. They want their
And,
off the
okay.
top.
Why couldn't I have met
Off the
Mara?
rip.
For
Okay.
what?
For that envelope at the receptionist desk?
Okay, but I don't think
It's okay.
First of all, I don't think he was paying the people all that much money. I think that the women were enamored by Robert Kelly, the
fame.
Their
whole
families were.
persona. I think they were enamored by him. Yeah, and their families, some people still wanted their
I think
children,
they were.
and their children
Some of
still
them.
didn't come home. 2 of the girls that are being quote unquote held captive, they went to his court appearance this weekend.
Here's my question.
Why?
If it was
Why
too
not?
okay, and this is what
But
I don't
they
understand.
brainwashed.
Y'all help me understand. Why does double jeopardy not apply? If he was already charged with these things in 2003 and got off, why are they able to charge him now?
It's a new
Because
tape.
it's a
That
different
was,
person.
Yeah, that was that.
Oh, it's a different person.
That was Sparkle's.
So it was more than one because she said that he identified SE. It wasn't Sparkle they were talking about? He fucked somebody else's niece?
This is another girl.
Lord, Aura.
Yeah.
Hide your nieces and your nephews.
Yeah, he's notorious for liking small petite women who are usually small petite people are usually children. That's what he lusts.
But he
So,
can find somebody that's 20 something that look 15.
that was
He
that was his wife, Drea Kelly. She was that person.
He had the
She
older
was-
women, remember? Because he had that other
But look
girl
young?
that was a DJ. No,
I mean,
Because Andrea Kelly never looked young to me.
But she was just a small frame type of person
No,
that
I
reminded
mean,
him
you
of
know-
a child.
You know, it's people that actually look like kids, but they over 18. Why not fuck with them instead of fucking with somebody's child?
Because he couldn't
Bitch,
manipulate
you ain't got
them.
the Benjamin Button like
Back
that.
then, I was looking like when I had
Yes.
Ashley, oh my
Okay,
God.
when Chris
So
was
you
30.
want to fuck with R. Kelly?
No.
Why are you floating on this though?
No, like I said, as an example, because when Risa was 30, she looked about 17.
But I feel like he knew that he couldn't control a full-grown adult. Now, yeah, there were some full-grown adults that went to his compound or whatever, but those are, again, women that lust him, are enamored by him, and love his persona. They weren't being held captive and all of that. But he likes to manipulate and control
What I'm trying
children.
to figure out is.
So do y'all think he gonna go to jail?
Yeah.
I mean, like serve a prison sentence?
Yeah, I think so. I well really got.
Okay, Cooley said they got new videos
Hey,
and new.
Cooley!
Yes, they do.
Cooley said they got new video and new footage. That's why he got locked
I
up.
thought it was the
And
same
then-
girl they were talking about.
Oh, yeah,
I
they
know
say
you
they
did,
ain't-
girl.
they ain't-
New video and
New
footage.
video. Yeah, somebody said the
Damn.
new. Was it a VHS Cooley? Because I was mad as on the what like they.
First, we gotta find a machine to watch the tape, and then.
But no,
I think I got a VCR. Well, I'm sorry, Mason. I'm sorry,
What
baby.
gets me though is all these new fans. Like I said, I ain't heard R.
I
Kelly
said that
since
too, bitch.
TP2.com. What
I never
songs
was
are
a
they?
fan.
No.
What songs are they
I'm sorry.
listening to?
Here's the best part. How is a 17-year-old still
No,
being hooked by R. Kelly?
Exactly.
I said that to y'all at the
Also,
sleepover.
their grandmothers.
I said that to y'all at the sleepover. This man is 51 years
He
old.
made history.
How is he still pulling 17-year-olds? Now,
How did they?
now I get it.
Is their mother?
How they know R. Kelly?
I don't play R. Kelly clean
Yes.
in my house. So how is it that my daughter
I don't
remember
know.
Space Jam? She's 26. I
don't know.
How do they know these?
Some of them are saying that they go into the concerts with the parents, but all of them didn't meet
Yeah,
him
that was
like
never-
that.
Well, he could been in like
Like when they came to the
legend, like Chuck is a go-go legend.
Yeah, but some of these people went in Atlanta.
All these people knew Chuck's songs, but he had a house in Atlanta.
But some people were in Atlanta and they were sending people to the mall to recruit these little girls. Okay, but let's be honest. If you walked up, if you 16 and you walked up and said, R. Kelly trying to meet you, bitch, what 16-year-old in 2019 be like, who? R. Kelly who?
That wrote the cheap.
I believe I could fly.
That wrote the cheap.
I'm not fucking with that old dude.
No, but why haven't they charged any of these people around him yet?
Why haven't they charged the parents?
Yeah, no, why haven't they charged
They didn't charge every single parent.
No, that's
all you motherfuckers.
Because some of them know.
Fuck
Some of them
that.
parents,
All you
when they was
motherfuckers.
at school, when they dropped their kids off, they snuck off, and then that's when they went.
Yeah, but they was there for months though. I ain't talking about them. I ain't talking about them. I'm talking about all the parents that said he was acquitted. Yeah, he was acquitted, but why would you still let your daughter go with him? That's bullshit. You were starstruck just like your child was, admitted, and you gave your child to the fucking wolves. All that he was acquitted, and not especially the fathers. Do you think Alton Earl would have ever said, "Okay, go with this grown ass"?
Yeah, when I saw that, and then
when
they said that the daughter she left, and they sent the other daughter to go.
Right,
That's crazy.
yeah.
There's no way. It's no amount of money or fame that I care about that I'm gonna let my
was
child.
from-
Exactly.
And they was
be
from
with
the
or
city.
hang
They
with
was
the
from
grown
the
man.
area. They was from the area. You should know better. I couldn't believe that. I was like, the father let them go.
Well, I will say, I'm sure all the parents will testify on their against him, and so long, Aura, because bitch, you about to be fried like Cosby. Sorry, you are.
Okay, Michael Sutherland said Jordans ain't get sold in 20 years. Jordan ain't played in 20 years and his shoes still get sold, so it doesn't matter that R. Kelly hasn't had an album out. He's still popping or whatever.
No, that does. Michael, I can't go on that. Music and shoes are two different things.
Music is two different things.
Michael Jordan has been relevant and number one in the top tier, like not sports wise. I'm talking about shoe wise. So even
he never fell off.
If somebody's 16 right now have a kid and 5 years later their child will know who Jordan is, R. Kelly ain't the same.
Bring him
Only thing they remember, like Ashley said, she remembers Space Jam and I Believe I Can Fly. Don't nobody remember him as being relevant in 2019 as a singer who can skyrocket your career.
Yeah, I don't remember.
I'm not gonna go to R. Kelly.
I think Weezy, Nicki Minaj, somebody in 2019, not fucking R. Kelly who was not in 2000.
That's why his friends piss me off too. Cause like you said, I'm not gonna send my daughter that was born in 2000 something to R. Kelly to help her career.
And then R. Kelly has never produced. Okay, Sparkle is the only protege that we've ever known R. Kelly to
She ain't even really doing
that. And her song, Cut Close.
Not Cut Close, the other one.
Who?
That he was in the video. We did
Changing Faces. He produced Stroke You Up, but
truthfully, they wasn't all that. They didn't get that much.
I remember that one
Changing Faces.
They was better than Sparkle.
I think it might have had one album though. He didn't skyrocket that
Exactly.
They should be Beyonce. The way these motherfuckers are following R like the Pied Piper, like they call her. These bitches should be Beyonce.
His nickname, I kept saying, do it.
Y'all fucking for mediocrity. Like, come on.
That's strange that he named himself the Pied Piper. That's the man that played.
You didn't find a strange in 95, bitch. No, you need to get with it.
Yes, I did. I used to be like, but y'all know that's the man that the kids will follow.
Okay, Michael, you said no dude will book a kid for his man unless he's some shit too. I agree with that, but
wait, say that again.
Michael said no dude gonna book a kid for his man unless he's some shit too. Those people were Robert's employees. Those people cared about money. They weren't his man.
They cared about money that much.
Well, they were getting astronomical amount of money.
It was
to cover up that shit.
Number two, they were also being threatened too. Like just like the dude Ray that he supposedly had sex with, and that he got the
Robert had sex with a guy.
Y'all ain't read the book?
No.
Girl, you went. I read that book, girl. 90 pages, girl. That was glued, honey. Okay, so it's this girl called Baby Girl. She's anonymous. She wrote a book. Her excerpt was at the beginning was, I am not a survivor. I am not a victim. I sought that man out. I wanted him since I was 14 years old. I found him at 16. I went to the concert. Me and my cousin, we set his ass up. She should be by now because this was in the 90s. Or maybe late 90s. So she might be a little younger than us. But she was like, I set his ass up. I told him I was 20. I didn't tell him until after we had sex for months. Then I finally told him I was 16. And he was like, he didn't care that she was 16. But so Ray, there's a picture of Ray. Ray was like his roadie or one of his employees that was always around. So this one particular night, she said they were always high or whatever, and he told Ray to have sex with her. He was having sex with her first, then he told Ray to have sex with her. She said Ray and him disappeared, girl. And he turned around and R was with Ray. Okay, so he said, okay, enough of that. He was humping on Ray. Then he said, forget, don't worry about that. Ray, go sleep with the girl. So Ray started sleeping with the girl. The girl said she loved it, honey. She was like, Aura, who? Is he still even in the room, girl? So they kept going. So R. Kelly got mad and was like, okay, that's enough, Ray. That's enough. They kept going. So after that,
this was a 16-year-old.
Girl, she said she wanted it.
He was turning.
Even though that doesn't make a difference because at 16, I made so many dumbass decisions. Like, you can't. That's what he keeps saying, though.
16, like, I wasn't getting trains running.
I'm just saying.
He's going home.
At 16, yeah, I wasn't getting trains
Michael,
on me.
I gotta stop it. I'll be right back.
But I was making stupid ass decisions at 16.
That gets us.
I was being stupid. I was doing stupid shit at 16. You know what I'm saying? So he keeps using that as an excuse. Well, anyway. So then she said the sex was so good with Ray, girl, that she kept going with Ray. They would sneak out because Ray was assigned to her. So her and Ray started sleeping together. So Ray starts spilling the beans because, they're all women, girl, once they get in love and they try to fight somebody else off. So he started telling on R. Was like, yeah, he got the girls coming in. Oh, she went there. She saw the girls. And the girls was crawling to him and pissing in buckets. She said she seen all of that. She fought two of the girls.
Oh,
she fought him.
For my bag.
She fought R. Kelly because he brought her up in there in that fuck shit and thought that he was going to entertain it. She whooped his ass.
I'm not going for the
She slapped all the shit off his face, girl. So her and Ray kept going at it. Ray was hating and telling little things like he got them girls. You're not the only one. Just said the third.
Ray was hating.
So R. Kelly, she thinks R. Kelly got wind that she was still sleeping with Ray because Ray disappears, bitch. No one has seen Ray since.
When? Since
The early 2000s, girl.
Damn.
Where's Ray? We need a GoFundMe to find Ray. Because we need his side of the story. What happened to Ray? Please, somebody tell us what happened to Ray. So that was the gist of that.
Michael, we're back. I had to.
Why do you keep saying Michael?
He's on the talking at the time.
Oh, hey,
and we want to keep him engaged.
Michael, we gonna have your ass. We gonna grill your ass in the middle one day. We bringing you over here.
What else about the R. Kelly thing? I just think everybody needs to be, all the people that helped him, they need to be.
Okay, I agree with all that too, but why is it every time, like, say the R. Kelly situation happened, why does everybody say they didn't arrest the Catholic priest? They did. We're talking about R. Kelly. Exactly. Why do people always got to bring other situations in or whatever the case may be?
Your mama used to say that when you used to say he did it. Okay. Like, well, what about you? We talking about you.
And why haven't they arrested any of these old white
men? They ain't never gonna arrest them. That's just
why they been doing that shit forever? They never get arrested.
Okay, so our next topic we're going to be discussing is I'm coming to you as a woman.
Yes.
This is Shirley. This is Shirley.
Y'all know what that means.
Ashley, go FaceTime me, and I told you.
Ashley, go get on. Tell her to get.
First of all, you need to get on our live.
Tell her she could log on in 30 seconds, even if her page deactivated.
Exactly.
She loafing. I be seeing her on the ground sneaking.
Hey.
I be seeing her sneaking on the ground, and that's another thing. Why everybody be claiming they ain't on social media when they really be on there? I'm like,
I don't be on there.
But what's up? I don't be on it like that. I don't be on it like that.
You congratulate.
Here's the best part.
You congratulating KRS-One on the birth of his grandchild.
Okay, but I don't be on it like that though.
Okay, but here's the thing for me. Y'all see more stuff than I ever see for not to be on there. So how y'all see all this stuff?
I just don't understand why everybody gotta be like fake or whatever. If you be on Facebook, if you be on Instagram, if you be on Snap, be on it. Why people be like, I don't really be on there like that, or I'm about to log off, or I'm about to shut my page
want to
down.
appear so busy. They don't have time for social media when in fact that's all they have time for.
Sorry.
So anywho, we're gonna start off. We're gonna reconvene talking about I'm coming to you as a woman. We all know that when someone says that, it came from the song "Woman to Woman" by Betty Wright. Was that Betty Wright? I don't know who sung that, but whoever sung the song "Woman to Woman," where Barbara called Shirley or whatever, that has spread off into the "I'm coming to you as a woman." What that means is, if you have a boyfriend, a husband, a significant other, a piece that you think is your man, or whatever the case may be, you approach another woman because you think that he's cheating on you or whatever, or messing around with you or whatever the case may be. It usually starts off with a phone call, a text, might pull up
Make
at
sure
your job,
Bob.
or whatever the case may be. And you usually, just try to get as much information as you can out of that woman. But really, you're saying you're coming to them as a woman, but really you're just trying to get information to see what your man or whatever is doing. Me personally, I've never came to nobody as a woman. I don't have time for that. But I have received the call.
I've been receiving it.
This guy, he likes me. His girlfriend must have found my number and she called me. And he, I didn't really mess with him, so I wasn't going to throw him under the bus or, start saying this, that, and the third. So she was like, do I mess with him? I was like, any questions that you have, ask him.
She asked you, do she mess with
No, do I mess with him?
Oh.
He used to do deliveries at my job, and I gave him my number.
Don't ever call me asking me no shit.
Yes,
please.
I'm
what you want.
Okay, I'm the type of person.
I'm gonna make
not going to bring up
the cliff notes.
I'm not going to.
You thinking we married, bitch?
I never
Don't
messed
call
with the
me.
guy, and I'm not trying to break up nobody's quote unquote happy home or whatever. So I just say ask him whatever you want to know, because we all know what usually happens. She's gonna stay with him after they argue for 5 or 10 minutes, and he said, he said out of his own mouth, she just pressed to keep a man, and that was him saying that about her. The next time I got somebody that came to me as a woman was
the next time.
How many times was you fucking with people woman?
No, this ended up being my husband. This ended up being the person that I married. A young lady was pressed for him, so she bought him a cell phone. She paid the cell phone bill and bought him clothes. So of course, when she got the cell phone bill, she saw my number on it.
Last week's topic.
She ended up calling me,
and
she called me about 200 times in one day.
Ooh, I remember.
Damn.
No, you don't remember that bitch? Yes, she did.
And I'm not lying or exaggerating. She called me about 200 times in one day. And she asked me, she said, I see your number on his phone. And me, my mouth is whatever. So I was like, if you see his number, why are you asking me? So she wanted to know more information. Anyway, long story short, he did not mess with her, but he accepted a phone that she paid the bill on. So that was her dumbness or whatever the case may be. He ended up marrying me he ended up giving her the phone back the very next day. And or whatever the case may be. So those are my only instance. Tone, I remember somebody came all the way to you as a woman, but you didn't know they had a wife when they came through the window.
Yeah, I almost got jumped. I had two coming to me as a woman. The first one was my baby father. And 2:00 in the morning, the girl called and said, "Can I speak to my husband?" And I said, "You got the wrong number, bitch."
Wait, my brother?
Your brother, yes. He was sleeping pinky room, and I was in the bed with Taylor, and all I heard was somebody saying, "Can I speak to my husband?" So I said, "You got the wrong number," and I hung up. This went on about 3-4 times until she came back and said, "No, I want to speak to my husband, blank, blank, her brother." So I went.
That was done. That's like Eddie.
I mean, everybody don't know.
Everybody know.
I ain't want his business kicked out, but whatever.
That was his. Exactly.
So I went and gave him the phone, and I went back and laid down. But at the end, once it was all over with, I was like, we broke up, right? But it wasn't no need to argue. I started walking to the door the next morning, and we broke up after that. But it was no need to get into it. This bitch already called me and told me who she thought she was to you. So whether you fuck with her or not, you fucked her or you fucked with her at some point, and I'm not with the fuck shit. The second time, I had no clue. I met a dude.
That was actually before. That was
before, yeah. I met a dude. Me and him kicked it. Me and him went out a couple of times. I went over his house a couple of times without incident. Well, the next time I went over his house, though, y'all, we sitting on the bed watching the movie, and I kept seeing these shadows going in front of the window. So I kept saying, "It's something." Look, I did just like this, y'all. I was like,
Petey, we've been waiting for you.
There's somebody at the door. Soon as I said that bitch kicked the window and shook the motherfucking screen off her foot, bitch. She shook the motherfucker off her bed. That bitch came and was like, "What the fuck?" I was like, "What the fuck?" And she was like, "This is my husband. I can show you she bought the marriage certificate." You is lying. Yes, indeed. She bought the marriage certificate. I can't think of the
Tom called me that night.
Bitch, I called back up.
Hey, this is wife on Facebook. You a bitch. How you
This was before Facebook. This was long before Facebook.
She went in, man. You embarrassing.
Okay, so never connected because he jumped
Where
in
was
the
he at?
That's
he
a
jumped
dumb
in the
chick.
middle of
I
us.
don't be no harm, but bitch, if I'm old enough to
This
pussy,
bitch fighting like a wild alley cat bitch and finally gets away from her. When she opened that motherfucking door, ladies and gentlemen,
What?
when I seen at least 12 bitches come through that front door,
She run like 12
that bitch
rounds.
won the neighborhood for me.
Where is her husband?
They stood around and shit. Okay, so he was like, none of y'all.
This is before cell phones and all of that.
Yeah, bitch, I was stuck.
I
He
think
was
someone
like,
on my job phone.
I was like, somebody try to jump me. This bitch was like, ooh, let's get him. So thankfully, me and her was going back and forth, but he had them at bay. I was able to get out the door. When I got out the door to get to my car, it was about, I swear to God, y'all, about at least 15 more girls outside. I got in the car. She didn't know who I was.
This was around by Minnesota Avenue.
This
Y'all
was
know
on
how
Minnesota Avenue.
I was on Minnesota Avenue. Yeah,
So I got in the car.
When
Northeast side. When I got in the car, I had a bucket back there, so I had to get around to the passenger, climb through the driver. That took some time. By that time, she was at the front door. Was like, that's her right there, bitch. All types of bottles and bags and all types of shit went to my Corsica, y'all. My Corsica was almost fucked up.
Oh God!
I was able to U-turn and I got the fuck out of there. And then my sister took it from there, and I'm not sure what happened to the young ladies after that. They were crying and constantly.
Shout out! I'm drinking my
Shout
drink.
out to Pinky. Thank you. You always been my big sister, girl. But yeah, that was my coming to me as a woman. But for me, I didn't even know that man was married.
Yeah,
and that's what pissed me off.
That's what you need to do.
Why
you
you
need
ain't go to the man?
Attack your man.
Okay.
You should have shaken. You should have shaken that screen.
Like, don't call me.
He should have been shaking that screen off to fuck him up.
Exactly.
Okay, I feel like a wife has the right to quote unquote approach a woman. Yeah, she definitely should approach. I think. I mean, you've done it before, Creasa.
Who?
You've approached a woman before.
You bitch ass.
Yes. I mean,
and
I feel like a wife has the right to do that. I don't feel like a girlfriend really does, but I feel like a wife has a right. But I feel like she should definitely approach her husband first and foremost, because her relationship and her loyalty is to him. But if a wife suspects something of her husband, I think if she says something to the woman, I don't think it's like.
But back it on up though. If you've caught your husband 62 times,
okay,
and you coming to every bitch like a woman,
that's different. Now, if you know your husband's known for cheating, you call and approach the woman, you get back with him the next day, and y'all have done this a million times. Don't call nobody. That's a different story. But I do feel like. A wife does have certain privileges that a girlfriend or a side piece does not have.
What if I've been with her for 25 years?
I don't care. But I also think that women have to stop looking on people. Well, I can't even say women because you know what? Y'all men creating fake Facebook pages now to spy on y'all women. Y'all men have gone.
GPS.
Y'all men have taken the hit. Y'all men are now the bitter women.
Yes,
y'all men create fake Facebook pages to spy on your woman. Y'all men have GPS, private investigators, send people, checking, standing over people's shoulders.
You ain't got no mutual friends. I'm not accepting you.
Here's what I don't understand.
Wait a minute, standing over your woman's shoulder, trying to read her passcode.
Yeah, climbing on the floor, trying to get the phone.
Y'all men is
putting her thumb on the fucking fingerprint thing while she sleep.
Y'all men wild.
Y'all bitches on the very thing. But here's my question though: if you got to do all that, why do you need proof?
I agree.
You don't trust her. Leave.
Okay.
Y'all can see that's what people don't understand. Shit don't have to go down for you to break up with somebody. Shit don't have to go down for you to break up with somebody. If you're not feeling this person, if you don't trust this person, for me, trust is 100% because I ain't got time to go through phones and fucking follow people and call people and come to you as a woman. I don't got time for all that extra shit. So if I don't trust you, I gotta go. Why do y'all need something to go down in order for you to leave this nigga?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Creasa didn't come to her as a woman. I'm sorry. The bitch came to the wife as a woman. I'm sorry. That's how he met.
Yeah, because she thought she was the side bitch.
Yeah, she was the wife. Y'all know, bitch is wild.
She came to me.
Yeah, but
as a woman though.
But again, I think I'm with you, Tone. As far as like if you have to keep checking the phone or trying to follow them, hiding in the bushes to see if they're really going where
going
they
in the
say.
trash can, looking at the receipts. And y'all niggas, if y'all gonna cheat,
and y'all so
smart.
Right.
Exactly.
Be smart like the women be.
Shit on the credit card, then all about the shit, and then buy me. Oh God, be smart.
That's why women never get caught.
You calling me on the family plan, and she got the bill receipt, and then it's all the itemized numbers and shit.
You know they look up the text messages too, bitch. That's how they found it.
That bitch said, "Oh, you was on the family plan."
Shit. All her family members work where we work. And
Then the woman that like comes to the lady as a woman, she like the girl that came to me as a woman, her voice started cracking. She was about to cry. She really wanted this information. So that's crazy. That's crazy.
I did not say I do. Don't ever tell me ever hurt your feelings. I never said I do to your husband. Your death to you part was to him. Don't come to me. That's between y'all two. Please don't come to me.
Because I'm gonna give you.
Because me and him still cool, so I ain't gonna tell.
No, like I said,
you ain't gonna.
I'm gonna tell him. Tell her stop playing with us. She's fucking up our relationship. Right.
And tell her to subscribe.
Okay. You gonna really monitor him, bitch. If you like and subscribe, LT3 for number 4.
Okay.
We gonna keep you posted.
Hey, Herbo. So respect. Say respect, y'all. That's Irvin.
Them wings was on point.
I see you shaking
Them fried wings.
You need to open up a curry out, nigga.
Okay, so our next topic is full-grown adults who still live at home. And when I say full-grown, I mean like you're out of college, you are over 25, or you're probably 30 or more. You live at home or you've never left home. What do you guys think of that? What are your thoughts on that? Do you feel like there are pros and cons to people who still live at home?
I think back in the day it was a stigma. I think now it's more acceptable because now the cost of living is astronomical, and people our age have parents that's older now that cannot provide for themselves. So a lot of times it's not them living with their parents; it's the parents living with them. Even though it's the parents' house, you know, like my mother. If I made $3 million tomorrow, my mother's not moving nowhere. That's period. We're going to have to drag her ass out of 1233. So when people move in, like if it ever came down to it, I would have to go to my mother. She can't come to me. Mm-hmm. But women might look at it different because I'm in the basement. But for real, I'm really there for a reason. Mm-hmm. So I think now it's different. Back then, it used to be you a trifling ass nigga.
So would you date somebody that lives at home right now?
As long as you don't live with me, absolutely.
Okay, so Lakeisha, would you?
It all depends. If you're there like to help your parents, like
wait a minute, I'm sorry.
Health wise.
Hold on, Creasa. If your mother got a Percocet by 8 p.m. and she's sleeping down for the evening, yes, I can do it. But if she up and she partying with us,
that's what I'm saying. Health wise, I understand, but then I still, I don't.
What if she like her and her husband broke up and she need to split the mortgage, or it was like a roommate situation? Like, there's nothing wrong with her health. She just in your face, bitch. You're not here for shit.
Well, I wanted my mother-in-law to move in with me because her health was declining, and I always, for years, I loved my mother-in-law, and I wanted her to move in. I was like, I wish she could have came and moved in with us or whatever. Mm-hmm. And then I was like, damn, like this was years ago. The bedroom she would have been in would have been right under our bed, and I was like, she would have heard all this shit. But
she know what's up.
But like, I'm thinking back now, like if I was dating and I was messing with a dude that lived with their parents, like, or their mom or whatever,
their grandmother. What if they live with their nanny?
They go to church.
They 47 and they live with their nanny.
And Nana's a holy roller.
Coming out the basement
with my whole bag and my scarf, with my whole bag, scarf, toothbrush, leaving out.
Yes, bitch. That was your motherfucking collection. A comb, a scarf, a toothbrush,
and maybe some hairspray.
That bitch always gave a fuck about her head, not her body. Because it was never no drawers in the bag, but it was always all types of hair accessories, bitch. That bitch had headbands, scarves, gel, edge control in the 90s. No drawers. Never no drawers.
I don't want to do that.
Okay, so do you feel like you would give that person a timeline? Like if y'all got serious, but they didn't want to move out or whatever the case may be, could you live separate with the person that lives, you know?
No, I wouldn't give them no timeline. Stay with your mom.
Well, they could stay with their mother because they, in their mind, they would think they was the number one, but they would be like number 5.
But why? Because they live with their mother?
No, because I don't want to make no. Let me show you.
That's for another class. That's for another session.
I feel you, girl.
Okay, Jamani, would you?
It all depends. First of all, people lie so much. People claim I'm paying my mother bills when them bitches barely got enough to pay. Let's keep it real. They still asking their mother to pay their cell phone bill and to do stuff like that. People lie so much that it's ridiculous. And I like authenticity. Like, there's no reason to lie. If you're a full grown man and you still live with your mom, say what it is, but don't try to act like I'm paying all this so my mother ain't gonna have nowhere to go. When really you don't have nowhere to go.
Exactly.
Really you're paying 1 or 2 bills like you're my 17-year-old nephew. So it all depends on like the vibe I got from the person. If they were, kind of like living off of their mother, or if they were.
And you can definitely tell.
And also, did you ever move out? Did you stay there forever? Like, did you live in your mother's house from birth?
Would that be a problem?
Yes.
I feel like everybody
would be a problem with you.
Yes, I feel like everyone
you need to get out on your own.
Should experience responsibilities and on independence and things of that nature.
You never grew up. You never grew up.
Yeah, I left at like 22 and I ain't never been back.
Yeah.
I couldn't.
Everybody should.
I can remember being like 11 and 12 saying, "I can't wait to get out this house." I'm sorry. I can remember.
Okay, so our next. And because Tahir never put her 2 cents in it. She needs some
It's okay.
She needs some loud.
She mellow.
She needs some loud.
That shit, I'm good.
She's lying. She's a liar.
Fuck you.
However, in the
words of special 420 special.
In the words of Pepper, you're a liar.
Fuck that shit. I don't got no opinions. Fuck that shit. Go ahead, go to the next.
Okay.
You ain't got no opinion.
So our next and final topic is toxic. I'm sorry, y'all. I don't drink and they done gave me this Ciroc. The last topic is
that bitch drunk already. It don't take much, ladies and gentlemen.
The last topic is toxic friendships.
Those
are like revolving friendship, frenemies, fake friends, toxic friendships, a friendship where someone is always like manipulative, volatile, maybe like
or you always got a new best friend. I mean, you could have associates, you meet new people over the years, but if you always, every time you turn around, you got a new best friend. Like, what happened to the lady? Why is it that you can't keep a healthy relationship?
I don't know, but I'm gonna say this: if it's after maybe 4 new best friends, it's not them, it's you, bitch. Everybody ain't the problem. It's you the circle, so it's you. I done known these hoes since I was 13, so I don't know. These my best friends. I don't know. I just couldn't understand, what do you define as a best friend? Because literally, they know everything about me.
It's like sisters.
Everything. So I couldn't imagine. Right. I couldn't imagine telling that to 3 other people next year, when I get a new friend.
Yeah, start all over again.
Yeah, what kind of shit is that?
Hey, this is my daughter. So let me start.
I was right there 13. It's too much.
I feel like life has a lot of, phases. So you're always going to have different types of friends. You're going to, when you're in the 4th or 5th grade, you're going to have a best friend that you think you're going to be around forever and you think you're going to love forever.
Shout out to Nikki.
You're going to have, me personally, I'm still friends with my friends from the 5th grade, the 7th grade. We just went out the other day.
Me too. Shout out to Michael Sutherland.
So, but I'm more of a people person. Yes, some people can deal with me and some people can't. But I feel like everybody's human at the end of the day. And, so some people will have a lot of friends. I'm more of the person that, I was talking to a young lady the other day and she said, I don't have any friends. I only have associates. And I was like, why? Like, I love having friends and I love, a fellowship, a sisterhood, or whatever the case may be. She was like, nobody wants to be her friend or whatever the case may be. I was like, haven't had it's not really her. She's kind of like socially awkward. So I told her she hasn't met the right type of people yet.
Yeah, that's true.
She had a negative experience with friends, so then she doesn't like friends. Then I've heard other women say, I don't hang around females. I only hang with guys.
I don't get that.
That's stupid. I mean, I know a lot of guy friends too, but I mean, I'm a people person. I like everybody. Yeah.
One of my closest friends is a guy, but I can't say. No, Michael pretty much knows everything too. But it's different when talking to women than talking to men. Being friends with
same me.
No, for me, being friends with a woman is different because y'all can relate to what I'm saying. I don't have to explain in depth what I'm trying to get across because y'all are women. Y'all know what the fuck I'm saying. When I talk to Michael sometimes, I have to explain it because he can't relate to where I'm coming from as a female.
I get women think that for me,
this dude just
like
you said,
I'm
he liked your picture.
Like you said, I'm intimidating. People think I'm intimidating. Like a couple of people
Tell me about something.
That was intimidated.
725 is for sale.
Intimidated by me, or like I just think that I'm honest and I speak my mind. And even at work, I got in trouble. Well, I ain't just like in trouble, but one of my coworkers told me I come across as being like a bitch or like harsh or brash or people like scared. But I was like, but I think it's because I tell the truth. I don't know why. I just think that I don't like a liar. So I'd rather tell you the truth. I'm sorry if it hurts and I'd rather just be upfront and honest with anything. So I think that some women
people do take that the wrong way.
But
I'm
then
that type of person as well.
Yeah,
but then you should take it but I don't say it like the truth. I'm not saying it to try to hurt your feelings, but I think that you appreciate it.
Some people cannot handle the truth. And some people, they can dish out the truth, but they can't receive it.
And I can receive it. Like I always my ass in the middle of the street and laughing.
We always give each other the truth all the time.
All the time.
100%.
I want you to tell me the truth. Don't have me out here looking like a dumbass or fool. Let me know the truth. So that's why I always think that I can do the same to other people when I can't.
But you know how many times we done bust out crying, but it was some shit we needed to hear? Mm-hmm. All the fucking, and that's what a friend is. You're supposed to be like, you're not supposed to be the yes person. But here's another thing that people get fucked up. Just because you've known a person a long time, don't make them your best friend, your nothing. That's just a bitch you've known for a long time.
And I feel like a lot of times when you were friends with somebody, say like in high school, you know, people, again, go through different phases. One person might go to college or might get, quote unquote, a good job. The other person might end up on welfare with 3 or 4 kids. They will always have like a frenemy, not all of them, but I feel like those are the times when the frenemy aspect comes in because someone's jealous of the person or envious, and they still hold on to, we've been friends since whatever grade, but really y'all haven't seen each other or been around each other in like 10 years and y'all really not friends. You really don't even like the person for real. You really don't like how they act now or whatever the case may be. True, you really don't know them anymore. And I feel like that's when the frenemy comes in because you're not really friends anymore. And it's okay to let go. It's okay to let go of friendships.
Why? What about the people who? I think y'all probably already said it, but the people who always rotate friends, or they have this one friend that they're secretly, I guess, envious of or whatever, but they like this person this week, and then next maybe in a couple months
that envy and jealousy is a horrible thing.
They're always
I never understood the whole concept of
how you be jealous or envious of your friend.
But now, like, okay, anytime like Tina graduated, I'm gonna tell y'all, she graduated college. She didn't I don't even think she told anybody. We had to tell her that it was a huge accomplishment because she was the only. She was the only person that graduated from college in her family. We had to tell her that was amazing because to her it was just like, okay, I'm just having a graduation party. Y'all bitches come through. No, bitch, we didn't celebrate you. How do you not, as a friend, congratulate your friend? Like, I don't want none of these bitches to be busted. I don't want none of them to be down.
Why would you exactly?
I want us all to shine.
Exactly. Does that make you feel better that you on top and he's supposed to be your friend?
I don't get it. I don't get it.
And
then jealousy.
Literally, I wouldn't talk about the bitches behind their back either to all my other new
that's another thing.
Whatever. That's their personal
That's
business.
another thing.
That bitch told me, ran me wrong the other day because I was showing off and I need to hit. I'm not going to talk about
Nikki just
somebody else though.
Hey man, I just shouted you out, baby. No, that is a good thing. Now, I can talk about these bitches, but don't you ever come to me talking about my... Don't ever. My man know that. My other friends know that. Bitch, don't you ever
if it wasn't for her, which I want to stab her in the heart sometimes, like, if I wouldn't even know you. So I done told him before, she going to be here before, whenever you gone, she going to always
be here from the cradle to the motherfucking grave. And as long as anybody knows that they come into my life, it's never been a problem.
But I think, we have to be honest and transparent. We're human, so we're going to get into it. We're going to get into it. But it's what you do with that when you get into it. That defines like your real friendship. Like, what happens when you get into a misunderstanding or whatever the case may be? How do you handle that? Do you try to go fight the person? Do you go call your mother, your grandmother, this one, that one, saying X, Y, and Z? Or do you go to the person like an adult and talk about your problems, or let them cool off, or whatever the case may be?
Or do you go back to new friends?
I think it's a maturity level, but see, this is the thing with us. We are brutally
Thanks,
honest.
Nikki. She said I love this.
We
said hi, boo the tone.
Hey, baby. We brutally honest with each other. So we say what the fuck we gotta say, and it's over with after that. There is no you going to talk like. Literally, I have not made any new friends in over 20-something years except for Tia. And Tia will tell you, if I get into it with them, it's no back and forth with nobody else outside, because I've already said what I had to say. I've already gotten it off my chest. The problem is, you motherfuckers are still faking. Like, say what's up for real. Y'all come, what it is you come with all the shit you had bottled up for years that you always wanted to say to this bitch,
but maybe
and then you unleash, and then you went too far.
And I want to, I want to piggyback on the fact that you say, okay, because I'm a people person. I have loads of friends. I have Diane is one of my best friends. Kenya is my best friend. I have so many friends.
Yeah.
Now, we're friends with Diane too.
I'm not saying y'all not, but
we know Diane.
Y'all know me. I be in all types of little pockets. So when your friends, Tone's really good friends with Tia. So when your friend has other friends, how do you handle that? Like, I know that it's grown women that if their friend have other friends, they actually get beef or they get mad.
They be mad.
That's
well, y'all know Tia hang with us. So.
I can't stand up.
Tia comes to Albert and shit.
Oh my goodness.
I never had any problems. Like, she's hung with Tina by herself. Tia, chime in if you want here. Like she said,
we went to the wedding.
Me, her, and Creasa went to festivals. Me, her, and her hang out when we party ratchet. Like, we cool.
Tessa was
I met Tahir through her.
And Tessa,
we moved to her and me keeping my daughter.
Yeah, for years.
And y'all know I'll bring anybody around.
Tahir loved Tina for years. So
we done met rocking people through
back then.
Kanae and everybody, all of that.
Shout out to my baby mother, Nizzle,
So I think it depends on what type of friendship you have.
Family.
Yeah, I mean, and again, friends are going to have disagreements, but you have to know when to let go and when the friendship is over, the friendship is exhausted.
Well, you got to learn how to accept criticism or accept the truth. Sometimes, like I said, the truth. It all boils down to the truth. If your friend telling you something, stop thinking they hating on you. But y'all know
always a hater. There's always.
I mean, if your parents tell you something, are they hating on you? They telling you something for your good.
But y'all know what hanging with y'all my whole life has really, I had to really evaluate shit when I got older. Like when I was 20, I would talk to people like I talk to y'all. And people are sensitive. Some people can't handle that shit.
That's true.
They bust out crying and shit. And I'm like, bitch, what you crying for? I just told you what the fuck I thought. So when I got older though, at 40, I'd be like, okay, this bitch is she gonna be a little, I can't do a little. So that's also that too. You gotta know who your friends are. But when you fasten up and get new friends every 6 months, you ain't getting to know the person that you already friends with. That's how I know sometimes.
You ain't
Tia, like for example,
why are you trying to make me drink?
You ain't
Tia. You don't talk about her parenting skills. You don't talk. Well, she's a great mom, but you don't talk about certain shit. I already know how she rolls, but it's no limits with them. So you just got to know your friends too.
And here's another thing I've heard, that some women, they'll get dressed to go out, they'll get to the door, and they perceive their friend looking better than them. So then they'll be like, "Oh, I ain't going," or "I don't want to go."
That's
the most childish.
I ain't never heard of shit like that. I've heard of it, but I ain't never seen no shit like that in my life.
Don't you want you and your friend to look bomb? Y'all both
Sue said that's so her tone.
Huh?
Sue said that's so me tone on one part. Sue, what part you talking about?
But that's crazy. And that goes back to being jealous of your friend and envious of your friend. Hey girl, all this your friend, just tie that shirt up or do this something.
Anybody that knows me for real knows I love for people to look good. I love to make people look good. I'm not gonna ever have you
dress up strangers.
We show on each other all the time.
Yeah, I'm not gonna have you looking set up or I want you to look good. Why would I not want to hang around you or look at your outfit or whatever? That's very immature, but it's full grown 40, 50-year-old women that still do this high school type of, middle school type of bickering and jealousy and backstabbing and all those kinds of
Which
things.
is dumb, bitch.
But then they smiled his face.
Trust
I
me,
knew her.
stop
I knew her
acting
since
dumb.
kindergarten.
Well, my
That's
face
not
is
dumb
transparent,
shit.
so if you wearing something
Oh,
fucked
she
up,
said she don't know what to say to people. That's her two-tone. And Destiny said that's their insecurity. Destiny, that's very true.
yeah.
But me, as a psychology major and as a person that works with people every day, you can't always look at people like if they are insecure or, even if they have some type of like issues, you can't always look at them as a bad person because you don't know what they've been through.
Yeah, but that being said, I'm not here to entertain your
Yeah,
insecurities.
you don't have to entertain it. If you feel like, okay, they're too toxic for me, they're too whatever, let them go. But some people are really hurting or some people have other issues.
Okay, stop there.
That,
Define toxic. What do you define as a toxic relationship that you need to let go?
I think a toxic friendship is someone, if you're in a friendship with someone and you have more highs, you have more lows than highs, y'all always getting into it, y'all always arguing, it's always like
makeup and breakup every 3 months.
yeah, it's always a makeup and breakup, it's always childish, petty stuff. If one of the people, or it could be both of the people, if you're always kind of like arguing or just starting
It's
stuff.
always beef.
Yeah. If you're known to be like, okay, God, I don't even want to deal with her today. That's a toxic friendship. Why would you want to be around? But some people don't have many friends, so they'll deal with that person because they need somebody to go out with, or they need somebody to go out to eat with, or whatever the case may
That
be.
got to be a
That's
horrible
what I
life.
said. That's sad.
You got to fuck with some
that.
people that you don't even fuck with just to hang out with somebody.
somebody.
Bitch, I'll be a partying solo ass
Hey,
bitch.
Neosha,
That's sad.
Neosha, where you been, girl?
you don't even hang with us no
I'm
more.
saying.
That's one of our little,
little cousin sisters.
That's my birthday twin.
Is it?
But yeah.
Yeah, they got the
Same
same
birthday.
So I guess we'll end things because we definitely have gone over time.
To sum it up, get better friends. R. Kelly's going to jail. Robert Kraft should get his dick sucked. And is that it? We talked about
And
it.
get up out your grandmother basement. Stop.
If you're not paying all the rent,
Stop living off a Nana's social security check.
and
you're
don't
50
come in
years
there
old.
no woman. If you don't
Yes.
hear the truth, approach your man, not the bitch.
Don't depend. You can't see me good. You won't find mama's word.
And don't forget, you guys, to subscribe to our YouTube channel, LT3 Fun Over 40 exclamation point.
Okay, wait a minute. Yeah, Nikki said toxic. You can't learn or grow from them, or vice versa.
That's
I
true.
agree with that too, Nikki.
That's very true.
And in about 25 minutes, A&E
She the
channel.
only-
We doing
She's
this
the only person that we're watching 2019.
all the time. All the time. Y'all know how it was with my other watch.
Steph's been wearing
My
watch since
favorite
I met her.
watch, my favorite. I've been wearing watch swatches since I was
So
like.
she had the
about
asymmetric
five.
with the stacks on the side.
But
Romo, when you gonna hang?
A&E
We didn't have your ass on the show, Romo.
A&E channel 20 and A&E channel 9:00. They doing a 3-part series documentary Trump Dynasty. I can't wait to see how it's.
I don't want to see that bullshit.
No, to see
you
how
know how many
it's
times they've been arrested? I mean, they was sued
I
for.
want it starting from the beginning, the lineage.
Okay, Quisa, they've been racist
No one
and
cares
cool.
about 45.
I was
Stop it. Y'all see her dumb ass smacking my ass?
I've been wanting to do it for 2 years.
Shut the fuck up.
It's stupid.
Okay, so
Bye, y'all.
Bye.
See y'all next week.
Did she smack her like that?
why? Big Sean.